Ah, the mighty gin and tonic. I mean, what is there to say about it? It's gin and tonic, maybe you put a wedge of lime on the side, if you like to go that way. I personally like to go that way, but not everybody does. Anyway, I digress. So I'm flipping through my favorite cocktail book the other day, and I'm on this mission to make a video about every single recipe in the book, and I come across the gin and tonic, and I thought, why would you put this recipe in a cocktail book? Like I just said, it's gin, tonic, lime. That's it. I mean, you could even just do gin and tonic. It's not hard. Why do we need a recipe? But then I started thinking about it and remembering back before I bought that book, I didn't know how much gin to put in my gin and tonic. I didn't know how much tonic. I didn't actually know that there should be limes in it. So today, I'm going to walk you through the simplest recipe from Sasha Petraske's regarding cocktails. So, as I said, this is without doubt the easiest recipe from the book. So, in an effort to make this video a bit more interesting, I'm going to hand carve an ice cube to fit my old-fashioned glass. I should note that this drink can be served in whatever glassware you want, from a Collins glass to a wine glass to a kid's sippy cup. You do you. Now, to build the drink, measure 2 ounces of your preferred gin. Measuring 2 ounces is not essential to the flavor of this drink, but it's important with regard to keeping track of how much alcohol you've consumed. And while many people feel that free pouring is less pretentious than using a jigger, I would counter that it's also a great way to overindulge without necessarily even realizing it. So, measure your booze, people. Back to the recipe. The book doesn't specify a particular brand of tonic water, and to be honest, after doing some blind tasting, I just tend to drink the cheap stuff. But the book says the bottle of tonic would be given to the customer, implying a small, personal-sized bottle of tonic. And knowing that Sasha never liked to cheap out on ingredients, today I'm going with San Pellegrino. Finally, cut a lime wedge and perch it on the rim of the glass. And with that, your gin and tonic is ready to serve. Alright, so it is the best part of the video, and it's a little different today because I'm gonna mix this up right here in front of you guys, although don't I normally do that? But the whole thing from the book is that you would serve it in a bar with the gin and ice in the glass, with the lime, and a bottle of tonic on the side with an opener or maybe pre-opened. I have an opener here because there's nobody else here to pre-open it for me. So let's crack this open. There we go. And it's nice and chilled, as you can see from the frost. And then I'm just gonna dump it in. Go all the way up. I used most of the bottle, and I grabbed a straw, but I don't know if I'm gonna need it. We'll go with it. So you can use it kind of to stir. That's not in the book, but I always think it's nice to, just at least psychologically, to be able to stir your gin and tonic. So, cheers. That's really, really good. But it is definitely missing the tartness from the lime. So I'm gonna give this thing a squeeze and drop it in. See how it is with a little bit of lime. It's a lot better. The initial flavor with the lime is not that different, but after you've swallowed without the lime juice, without that tartness, it just drops away out of your mouth. The tonic and gin flavor, they're really strong while they're in your mouth, but as soon as you swallow, the flavor just kind of dissipates and it feels kind of empty, but the tartness lingers with you a little bit, and so it makes the flavor seem a lot longer, and it doesn't, I don't know, it's weird. It just feels like it drops off a cliff without the lime there, so I think the lime really helps. But not everybody is going to necessarily like that. So I always think that it is best practices to serve your lime wedge on the side. Sometimes I'll even do 2 lime wedges, which, to be honest, I'm going to do that right now. If I ordered one, I probably would order it with 2 lime wedges. I think the extra tartness really does help balance out the sweetness of the tonic. Maybe you've never thought about it, but tonic water is pretty stinking sweet when it comes right down to it. Having a bit of acidity in there to balance it out is a good thing. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly how I want my gin and tonic to taste. If you like the video, hit the button. If you don't like the video, hit the other button. And either way, tell me about it in the comments. My name is Luke, this is the Homemade Edition, and I hope to see you, and maybe some of your friends, in the next video. Cheers.